Hi, welcome to Sunny Day Stamping. I'm Julie Baca. I'm so excited that you're here. I've got a really easy, probably one of the easiest fun fold cards that I've demonstrated here. So it's great if you're a beginner. It's also great if you are not a beginner and have a lot of designer series paper scraps laying around. This is a good card to use those random scraps on. Before we get started, if you are watching and it is October 2022, Stampin' Up! Has an awesome join bonus. If you have ever thought about being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or if you love great deals, this is for you. For $99, you get to pick out $155 of products of your choice. Stampin' Up! Lets you build your own starter kit. $155 for $99, plus you get free shipping. It's an awesome deal. You would be joining Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator, but if you don't feel like selling, you do not have to. There is no obligation to do so. You can also be your own customer and just bring in your quarterly minimums that you are required just on your own projects. Those are called hobby demonstrators, and they are welcome to join Stampin' Up! And I'd love for you to be on my team. There are so many benefits. I'll put a link down below so you can check out all the benefits, one of which is being part of an awesome crafting community and a part of my team leader, who's Jackie Bolheis. She has an awesome community that you would be a part of as well. She has lots of giveaways and awesome opportunities. So wow, I'm talking a lot. Let's get started. So here's our card, which looks pretty normal until you go to open it up, and it just has that clever, cool opening. Throw a couple stamps inside and you are done. And look, you're just using this little tiny strip of designer series paper backed with some colored cardstock, and you've got a really quick card. Now for the designer series paper, I'm going to be using this Lovely in Linen. I'm in love with this paper. I love all the colors in it. So we're going to be using the colors that coordinate with it. Where'd they go? Oh, here we go. So these are the colors. I'm going to use these for the cardstock and the inks. And you can find this on the back of your designer series paper packet. It'll show you which ones. But since we just need a tiny strip, I am not going to cut into my beautiful paper. I am going to go into my stash. This is how I store all of my little pieces, just in a page protector. And then I store it all together like this. So go find your stash, and all you need is a little piece that is 1 inch by 4 inches. Now you're going to take a piece of cardstock. I'm going to use Basic White Thick. And you're going to put it in with the long way going down. We're going to do 4 inches by 11 inches. And just store this for another project. And then we're going to score this at, we're going to score it at 4.5 and 9 3/4. Now this is my print and make project sheet. If you're my email subscriber, you will get this in your email box from me. If you're not an email subscriber, there is a link down below for you to join that. I send out a weekly email that keeps you up to date on sales, but then also you get this project sheet. Look, and then you're just going to fold this in and fold that on top like that. That's it. Now you can see this Basic White Thick is very thick, so you really want to burnish those folds down so this lays more flat. But I liked the thick. I want it to have a nice quality feel to it. That's still pretty good. It's still going to pop up a little bit, I reckon. Maybe I just need to keep doing that. So now that we have that done, we're going to do our stamping. And you need to have a sentiment that is in one line so that it is not covered up by this flap when it flaps down. So I'm going to use Go-To Greetings. You guys know I love this set anyway, but you can also just look through your stamps and see what you have available. This one is just easy to me. Now to line this up, you're going to line it up on your grid paper and then line your block up on your grid paper. And that gives you the best chance of getting a nice straight sentiment. And then I'm going to test it. One more time testing it. Hey, there we go. Hey, how come I always get it like on the second time? Okay, now here is the trick for doing this. So you're going to want this here, right? But that's going to be hard. I don't want to get this in the way. So I'm actually going to open this up and flip it over like this. And now I'm going to stamp this along using this line as my guide. And I'm going to stamp this down and hope it's straight. It is. There we go. And then you can fold it, and now you can see that it is good. Now for the inside, I'm going to use Nature's Prints, but again, use anything that you have available. I'm going to use this You're on My Mind, since we're doing a Thinking of You card. And I'm only going to use 2 colors of ink. I'm using Evening Evergreen and Pale Papaya, which match my designer series paper. But on the list of supplies, I'm actually going to give you I'm going to put all the colors of ink on there, and then you can just pick which ones that you want. So now we're going to just put a fern down here. And then I want one just a different color, but I don't want to have to get another color of ink out. So I'm going to stamp that off and then come down and put it here. And see, you get 2 colors of ink for one low price of 1 ink color. Okay, then it's got this awesome splotch in here. So we're just going to take that Pale Papaya and splotch it here. And then we're going to do it again. I'm going to turn it the other way. Up there. Now we're going to take our little scrap of paper. This is our little 1 by 4 inch piece of paper, and we're going to layer it on a 1 1/4 by 4 piece of coordinating cardstock. I've got all those measurements over on my website, so don't worry about that. There we go, just like that. And then we're going to put this, I dropped it. Now we're going to put this on our card. And it's just so easy. You just line it up along the edge. Then I'm just going to lift this up and just make sure that it's nice and straight, moving it around with my fingers, and then place it down. Now, one tip before I move on, if your designer series paper has a pattern and you want that centered, I actually did not cut my designer series paper to 4 inches. I kept it long, then centered it on my paper, glued it down, and then trimmed off the edges instead of trying to cut it to make it fit beforehand. Now, the last thing we do is just put it on a card base. This is just a card layer. I can't remember the measurements. I'm having a feeling it's 5.5 by 4 1/4, but double check me on my website. And then you're just going to place this right on there. Look at that. So easy, and so awesome. Let me show you some examples. Now here's an example I used using that same Lovely and Linen designer series paper, but I wanted to make a Christmas card, so I just grabbed my Christmas sentiments out and did that, and I also made an envelope. Let me show you how to do this envelope. All you need to decorate your envelope is a 2 1/4 by 6 inch piece of designer series paper, some scissors, and some glue, and you're gonna place glue on your flap of your envelope, kind of by that fold line. If you can get the glue to come out, there we go. Just along there, and I want to kind of get the curves real good so that it doesn't peel up. Oh, I missed a spot. Let's put some there. Now you just take your designer series paper and line it up along that fold. Don't overlap it though, because you want this to be able to be folded flat without it extending above it. Do you know what I mean? And then just lay that flat. Now flip it over and trim this all the way around. There we go. Now that matches the one that we made in the example. Doesn't that just tie it all together? What a great thing. Here are 2 more that I made using that same designer series paper, and I used the different sentiments in that go-to greetings to make it just what I wanted. If you like this fun fold card idea, give me a thumbs up on that button down there. It helps boost my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, you can do that down below also. Thank you so much for watching. Have a sunny day.